In the previous lesson, we saw how we can set up a quick lighting system using an image or what is called an environment texture, and how to use the world panel to manage that environment or world. And also we saw that we can generate reflections, nice reflections with that, and a background. So we can set it up for different purposes and also add some shadows. Now in this video, we're gonna discover more about materials. We already started to talk about materials, but we're gonna get more into that in these videos. I'll concentrate in the materials in this video, but we're gonna start with an emissive material. Now this car already has an emissive material right there in the lights, but we will also create one ourselves in this lesson. And this concludes the part on the lighting as well, because the three ways we can illuminate our scene are using the lights, so going to add and going here to the lights, which we discover in another lesson, using the environment as a lighting system, and also using emissive material. So an emissive material is kind of a midway between a light and a material. And where do we set and manage the materials? We need two panels essentially. The first panel is this one right here, of course, which is going to show you based on the object you are selecting which material is applied. And we can see that some materials are more complex, some are more easy to manage, and they have less parameters in here. So it depends on how it has been set up. And we can see here that we have channels. So channels, each different channel represent a specific property of the material and can be adjusted and changed by the values that we have on the right. So sometimes we have a color and we need to work with a color. Sometimes we have a value going from 0 to 1, which we can also say it's from 0 to 100%. And also when we have white, usually we have 100% of the effect, and black we have 0% of the effect. Now this panel changes usually from version to version and can be like more complex again or less, depending on the version of Blender, depending on many factors. Also, other software, they have similar channels, they have similar settings. So maybe they change the name, but the effect is still the same because these are called PBR materials or physically based render material. So they are based on physical reaction of a surface to the light. So this is the first panel, the most important. The other panel, well, it's actually another layout. We need to go into the shading layout up here. We select shading, and this is the other one that is really important for the materials. Now here we can see also through the glass, and we can see that this car inside it's empty. This is why the author probably choose to put really specular material on the glasses here. So it's kind of a mirror, so we cannot see through, and that's kind of a strategy to hide things behind a material or a surface. But here we can see the rest of what we need. This panel down here, this is the shading editor, and this is the kind of a dashboard where we work with nodes, and we already introduced this by talking about the environment. And in order to go and work with the material, I need to go up here and switch from world to object, and now I can see the material that is applied to that object, to that surface. And again, you can see some of these are more complex, some of these are less complex, depending. You can see this one here is basically just a single node with these various effects applied. And so these are the basic channels, the metallic. So you can decide whether an object is metallic or non-metallic. So like glass or ceramic or wood, everything that is not metallic is gonna have this drop down. And then you have the roughness. Roughness is where the material is more reflective, less reflective, and or less glossy, more glossy. So the opposite of roughness is glossiness, essentially. So 1 roughness means 0 glossiness. And then we have IOR. This is for the refraction or transparency, is the index of refraction, and it changes depending on the material. So glass usually have like 1.5 or 1.51. And then we have the alpha also that you can see changes the opacity. It's also important for glasses, which is, I think this is a new parameter, relatively new. So as I said before, things can change. So you need to have an elastic mind in order to manage the new channels with the new materials. And then down here we have diffuse again. So we can make the material more rough, less rough. So more diffuse and less diffuse. And then we have subsurface scattering. Then we have specular type. So which type of reflection you want, if you want to have a specific tint. Transmission, codes, these are all like layers that will go one on top of the other. And down here we have the emission. So if you want this to be an emissive material, you just need to increase the value here of the emission, and this will become now kind of a light inside the scene. So this is the principal BSDF, which is kind of one particular shader. But if we go up here in the material panel, this is where we can change. From here, we can change the materials, and these are the materials that are already in the scene, which means they have been imported, rather imported or created by us. And down here, we have surface, and this is where we define which shader we're going to use. So let me do something emissive, kind of, I want to do an emissive text. So I'm going to add here text. There it is, and I'm going to move it into the scene. I'm going to rotate it, and I'm going to go in edit mode and type Blender. So I want to do kind of a neon sign with this. So once you created the object, you need to create the material. So you can see now right now down there is empty. And also I'm going to give a solidify to this to make an actual 3D object. Okay. And let's apply the material. You can apply from here, new, or again, you can pick from the existing materials. And if you scroll, you will find somewhere the emissive material that, there you go. These are emissive materials right here. But if you want to create our own, we create new from here, and you can see it creates this basic principal BSDF. If we go here, this is the material we just created, which is standard. We can just change the color to see the difference. Okay. Or let's go here in the material panel. We can create more materials, but this one here is the one that is going to be shown on the top. The others can be used like secondary or other materials if we have like multiple materials applied to one single mesh. So right now we're just going to focus on one. And if I delete with the minus also that, again, I'm going to be in an empty situation here. So I can create a new one also from here or from here. So you have many ways you can do that. Okay, so once you create the material, you need to choose the, well, you can use the preview also if you want. There are different objects you can preview. You can also preview the environment. Then you have the surface. Surface is where you can pick one of these shaders. For example, instead of using the principal, which is kind of a generic, you can use something more specific. So if we need to do emission, I will probably go here to emission. If I need to do a glass, I will probably go here to glass. Metallic, a metal, etc., etc. So let's go for emission. And you can see now this is now much simpler than before. We just have one single channel here, and it's just the color of the emission and the strength, which means how much light do we want to project from this object. So the more you increase the light, the less you're going to lose the color. So let's put like 5. And in order to see most of the materials in full effect, we need to go in the render mode. So here you can set to cycles, again, GPU to go faster. And there you go. Now we can see that this object is actually emitting light, and this light can be visible